Good morning. Welcome back. I apologize for the couple-day hiatus. I have been working in flower beds. Yes. And I have to say, I have missed it greatly. I haven't done a whole lot of flower bed garden work for a while. And I've missed it a lot. Now it's time, since we own our home again, to really invest some time and energy and sweat equity into making the place ours. Well, let's face it, the garden area is mine. And I have to say, put a big shout out to Joshua, because he was such a big help yesterday. He worked his butt off yesterday. Not that it left him, but he worked his butt off. And thank you so much, Joshua. I cannot thank you enough. He even pushed me every time when I was ready to pass out. Every time I would say, okay, let's stop now. No, we're not stopping. So he pushed me to even finish the job. And I'm glad, because it's not completely finished, but that area is finished. Okay, we're going to do a general reading for today, and I think I had the date wrong yesterday, but it doesn't matter because I didn't publish the reading anyway. And today is the 29th of June. What do we need to know about the 29th of June? 29th of June. It's incredibly foggy. It's starting to lift now a little bit. But it was very foggy this morning. I was out very early. And we are having an air conditioner, for anybody who wants to know. We are having an air conditioner put in the shop on Saturday. Didn't get to it this week. So there you go. And some new stuff. So you'll have to come check it out. Check out the new jewelry. Check out the new cards. Pagan gift cards. Hey. All right, what do we need to know about today? Wednesday, June the 29th. Okay, let's pick. Do we want one or two? I think we want two. We have the moon card, and we have judgment. Now, just getting them in the middle. Okay, the moon, we are in the throes of a new moon, and it just happens to be in Cancer. And I believe the moon card is a Cancer card. So, if you haven't looked this up, a new moon in Cancer can affect everyone, especially Cancers, on a very emotional level. So if you are an emotional person, you might want to be especially aware today, because there is a new moon in your sign, and I think it affects you even more if your moon is in Cancer. So just be aware. You may pick up on other people's feelings. You may tap into spirit more easily. Because it can heighten psychic abilities too. All right, what else do we need to know around this situation here? What else do we need to know for today? For today, for any day someone might be popping through. And I'm going to remind that I do not read these cards in reverse. I read other cards in reverse. Just not this, because I believe that the message will come out either way. You can agree or disagree, agree to disagree. Everybody's different. I don't tell you how to read. Okay. And more information, please. What else do we need to know? see that Chariot card, I'm thinking that the Chariot is Cancer and the Moon might be Capricorn. Sometimes I get those two mixed up. But I believe it is the Cancer right here. We'll see. Look it up. Let me know. Whew, what a reading. And just from the looks of things, it looks like it is a cycle. Too many. All right, we have our last two cards. All righty. And I'm going to look under here just for shits and giggles. And we have double Empress. Okay, in the middle we have the Moon card and Judgment, and this is about a karmic return, but we don't have all the facts. And yes, we are in the throes of a cycle. As said before, we're at 0. Yesterday and today, I believe, were at 0% on the new moon. So we are now beginning, probably, I'm not sure exactly what time it was, most likely around midnight, since it was 0% yesterday and today, so it's probably midnight-ish. So we may already be in the process of now waxing. I would still hesitate on any manifestation workings to use the moon as boosting energy, just simply because you want to make sure we are actually growing and not stagnantly standing still. And that would be safe tomorrow. But if you're doing any particular new moon work, you can do day before, day after. Okay, the rule of 3. All right. And y'all know I'm not all about rules, so if I want to manifest, I'll do it anytime I want. Okay. Oh, my coffee is way over there, and I'm not going after it. And obviously my head is very scattered today, so bear with me. Okay, we have my eye is immediately drawn to the Empress, and she is also at the bottom of this deck. We have the Knight of Wands, the Strength card, the Chariot. It feels like there's some spiritual big deals here because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana on the outskirts of the general subject. We also have a page here, which is very youthful energy. It feels right now like immature thinking, very immature thinking. And this is a cycle. And it's karma. It is karma, but it's also a cycle. Whoever this is going on here, it feels like they have been given some very good advice, but they very seldom follow it, much like Alice from Alice in Wonderland, okay? This person has some really good ideas, but they don't have any follow-through with them, and that's sad, because we have to have follow-through with plans to expect anything to change. And it's that immature thinking that's keeping us held back. It's keeping us under judgment, because we're always going to draw that to us once, as long as we stay in that cycle. It feels like we aren't taking things seriously enough, and we are taking a lot of things for granted. We want to manifest. We want to put out there what we want, but we always tend to give too much in areas that we shouldn't. And I'm just using this because it's the Six of Coins, and it is a card of overflow typically. Right now, with it being under Judgment, it feels very much like we are spending too much. And then wondering why there's not enough money left at the end of the month or the end of the payday. We have the Strength card here, which indicates that we need to use some wisdom about all of this. We have the potential for birthing some really good things, because there's been a lot given to us, but we're just not having the follow through. The Knight of Wands is fast moving, passionate fire energy, and that almost feels impulsive, along with this very youthful thinking, or very youthful card that is mental, because it's the Page of Swords is air signs, it's thought, so it's very immature thinking. And it's under the Wheel of Fortune, which tells me that this is going to be a cycle that we're going to have to endure as long as we stay in the cycle. The Chariot can be a card of moving into a new area of life, transitioning, but right now it's more of a struggle to keep things focused, to keep things on track. We have the Five of Swords, which can be benefiting from a battle that wasn't yours, or gaining spoils from a battle that wasn't yours. But right now it almost feels like taking more than what we're supposed to. We keep putting things out there with intention that we want to manifest. We have big plans, but we don't have any follow through with them. And the Queen of Swords right now is the good advice that we're given by others that we're not following. We get the Magician card when I pull another one from this deck, and we have the tools, we have the ability, we have the talents, we have the skills that we need to get where we want to get, but we just don't have the follow through. And the only way to change that is to change it. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Well, it's time to do something different, to follow the wisdom of someone else who's trying to pour some wisdom and some help into our lives, and yet we refuse to do that. All right, and these two go along with the Magician. The potential's there. We just don't pay attention to it. We don't embrace it. And I think to an extent we're all a little like that, knowing what we need to do and yet putting it off for another day. Oh, excuse me. I had my "you procrastinate too much" speech from someone else yesterday, and yes, I'm guilty too. But I'm trying to do better, and it's baby steps. It's baby steps, right? All right, well, I hope that resonated with someone. If it did, take this as the tower, pending tower. Feels very towery here, but take this as the pending tower moment that you need to take care of before the tower does show up. And I think it's supposed to be a fairly beautiful day. Above all, just get out and enjoy the journey. Blessed be.